There is a common misconception amongst people who don't cycle that hills are something to be avoided. People would imagine, for example, that Holland, being flat, would be the perfect place for a cycling holiday. However, for a hardcore of cyclists, some people would say extreme cyclists, riding up hills is what it's all about. In fact, mountain riding is actually something they actively seek. A holiday without a mountain would be purgatory. So who are these extreme cyclists, and what is the reason for their addiction? One such addict is my friend Paul, who may be described as a semi-competitive cyclist. I use semi in the context that he doesn't race very often, and when he does, he isn't very competitive. Of course, the first thing that most people notice about my friend Paul is that he's a skinny bastard. This, he reckons, is actually part of his reason for his love of the mountains. In his more philosophical moments, he says, cycling uphill is actually a way of levelling the playing field. With the introduction of the battle against gravity, gone is the opportunity for riders to catch a free lift off other riders as they do on the flat. Gone too is the dominance of powerfully built sprinters. Instead, those with a high power to weight ratio, those who are skinny, have their chance to shine. Of course, there are other reasons rather than just the vanity of competition for wanting to cycle uphill. There is, for example, the obvious satisfaction of getting to the top. In a sense, the challenge posed by cycling up a hill is no different to that posed by walking or climbing up to the top. To paraphrase Mallory, why ride up a mountain? Because it's there. And then there's something we can all understand, the adrenaline-fueled thrill of the descent. There's also the sense of being able to emulate the heroes of cycling, not the media-hungry playboys who sprint for glory on the Champs-Élysées at the end of the Tour de France, nor even the mudcake victors of the Belgian classics, courageous though they may be, but the real cycling heroes, those titans who do battle not just with their opponents, but with the might of the mountains as well. After all, it is the mountain stages of the Tour de France, of the Giro d'Italia, that attract the biggest crowds. 500,000 people spend their days sleeping rough in alpine pastures just to catch the most fleeting of glimpses of the riders. Even without these crowds, which are unlikely in the Yorkshire Dales, the memory of these epic images can provide inspiration. There is even, Paul assures me, a feeling of genuine pleasure during the climb itself, of physical and emotional harmony. It is the pursuit of this zen-like state that gives cycling uphill power. However, unlike most addictions, this is not one marred by being bad for your health, although the time it takes to satisfy each craving can have serious relationships. If not these reasons are paying enough to explain his addiction, Paul will normally resort to telling the story of Federico Bahamontes. He was the first Spaniard to win the Tour de France and was known as the Eagle of Toledo, and he was the consummate mountain climber. He was so good at climbing mountains that you would imagine that he would win as many tours as Lance Armstrong, yet he only won once. The reason Bahamontes never quite fulfilled his potential was because he was a timid descender. He often let others catch him, simply so that he could follow him down the far side of the hill. Yet this did not stop him from time and again leaving his rivals for dead in the Alps and the Pyrenees stages, seemingly for fun. On one infamous occasion, for example, he got off his bike, bought an ice cream while waiting for the others to catch him. For him, simply getting to the top was enough. Or maybe he was very keen on ice cream. Although I reckon that after his effort riding up these hills, Paul's going to prefer a pint to an ice cream. Cheers.
Recorrido. 1 minute. Recorrido. 1 minute. Recorrido. 1 minute. Recorrido.